it's me, Danielle, Danny Buttons, and I'm back today for another coloring challenge. I feel like it's been a few days since I've made one, and I'm ready to see what the cup has for me. Before I open that up, though, I wanted to do another little update on my notebook buy. So I've been getting a few questions about this. It is supposed to be books only, so reading books and coloring books, but I need to talk. So if you see, I've put a little yellow mark. Also, I'm not sure if the camera is focusing on this at all. But anyway, I've put a little yellow mark. Today is the 20th. I haven't been buying reading or coloring books. I did one reading snafu, no coloring snafus. I've been loopholing it up with the coloring books though. I'll put my haul up there. I just wanted to say that this is only for books and it wasn't for supplies, but I might have to add another category. I've recently gotten into glue booking and I've fallen in love and I've been super obsessed with it, and it's been a lot of fun and it's been great because my hand has been hurting a little bit from all the coloring I did in August. So now that that's my new obsession, I've been going crazy getting supplies for that. So I've ordered like tons of magazine subscriptions and I've like bought stuff from eBay. It's been too much. So unfortunately, I'm also gonna have to try to cut that off, and I've given myself a yellow mark. This wasn't the only day that I purchased supplies for that, but this is the day that I'm cutting it off. So I'm gonna give myself the mark, add that to the bottom, and going forward, attempt to not buy anything else for glue booking. The reason that's being hard is because since I'm so new to it, I like kind of have to build up my stock, and so it's been rough. But I'm gonna try to calm it down. That's still buying books. All right, hopefully that all made sense. I don't know. So that's my update. I think I'm still doing really good because last year when I did this, I did 2 rounds, and in both of 45 days, which is half of the new 90-day goal, obviously. And one of the rounds, I think I made 2 or 3 mistakes, and the other round I made like 6 mistakes. So to only have 2 mistakes so far, I think we're doing okay. So there's that. Now on to the coloring challenge after the longest intro ever. If you are new to my challenge videos, basically there are a bunch of little challenges on these cards that range anywhere from like what supplies I use to what books, things like that. I'm mixing it up with my eyes open, and then I will close my eyes and pick one. So eyes are open still. All right, ready? Eyes are closed. Gonna pick this one. Season swap, yay, this is a fun idea. We'll have to see what we pick. Basically what season swap is I'm going to color a book or a page from one season as if it was another. And I'm pretty sure since we're getting into fall, I'm gonna do a Halloween page in not Halloween colors. So I'm gonna stop the video to get my book and supplies out, and then we'll go from there. Okie dokie artichokes. I actually changed my mind while I was picking, and I'm going to do a page from Daisy Joy Mermaid coloring book. I got this relatively recently, I want to say August, and I only got 1 page done before summer ended. So I think it would be fun to do one from here. So I am going to do this page, and I am going to do it in fall colors. I figured that is a good swapping idea. Basically, all of the fall pages that I have, I just felt like they were so fall that they would still look fall even if I swapped the colors. I don't know if that makes sense. That's the other page I did in here. So I'm going to use my Cali Art markers, and then at the end we will glitterify it like I did on this one. Hopefully you're seeing some of that. But I actually have some fall color palettes pulled up on my computer that is out of screen to inspire me. But I think I'm mostly just going to do like a lot of oranges and yellows and reds and purples, all the deep colors. I am going to be using my Cali Art markers to start, and again, we'll see about glitterifying at the end. So Pinterest is the way to go if you need color ideas. Also, I've made a mistake, hold on. Ooh, okay. I actually put this piece of paper to stabilize the case for the Prismacolor, the Cali Arts, but my zipper got stuck on it, so. Okay, so for whatever reason, there was a noodle hair. I really want to do the background in light orange, but it's gonna be difficult. I like doing the backgrounds first. I don't know why. Should I do light orange or should I do yellow? I really want to do light orange, so I'm probably gonna do light orange. I also am always checking in my color chart book. This is by Yasmin Eldahan, hopefully, Yam Puff on Amazon. And again, I'll link all of the items I'm using down below if you want to check it out for yourself. I think I'm going to do this super light orange, which I know the lighter it is, the less fall-y it is, but you should still get the gist. And I'm going to attempt the background first, so we'll see how this goes. Also, I'm still zoomed in really far again, and by zoomed in, I mean my camera is really low, so hopefully I remember and it's not all off screen. We'll see, though. Didn't do the best last time, but yeah, I'm excited to do this. I really, of course, love mermaids. Who doesn't? And I'm excited to fallify her. And I'm just happy to get the chance to do another page from this book because it's super, super cute. So I also don't really have a plan of what to talk about. So we'll see what happens as we go. But yeah, I'm just trying to go fast, especially in the background because these are some like really big spaces. So I'm a little bit worried. We're going to get streaky, but it's fine. I'll just throw glitter on it and then you'll never know. I also like doing the background first because then I just can like cover it up with the actual stuff. I think I'm gonna do, I'm afraid that I'm being too basic. Like I was gonna do her tail dark green and her hair, I was thinking yellow, but maybe not. I might do her skin green also for more fallish colors. We will see. Also, I just heard my stomach growl. I hope you didn't. I like just ate dinner, so I don't know if she's making satisfied growls or what's going on. So this Daisy Joy book is pretty good for alcohol markers, kind of. So it has a lot of thick lines, which obviously works well, and then there's also some smaller lines, which as you can see, we get a little bit of bleeding, but again, it doesn't bother me. We're just gonna do our best. Ooh. And put darker colors over top. And once you glitter it, you'll just be so distracted by the beautiful shimmer that you won't see anything else. I also hope you can't hear Sam because he is putting the dishes in the dishwasher. He puts them in, I take them out. So. Am I on screen? Yes. Great. Yeah, so I've been obsessed with glue booking. I might have mentioned it in a video already. I think I have, but it's like taken up a lot of my time, which again, I'm not too unhappy about because in August I colored too much. And I love coloring. I want to continue coloring a bunch, but to the point where it essentially started to physically hurt how much I was coloring. So I'm giving my hands a break this month, and it's not a big break. I'm pretty sure if I finish this will be like picture 30 for the month already. So I expect to still get up to about 40 pages, which I think is more than enough. So do not fret, but it's not 77. So. This month I've basically only been coloring for buddy colors and videos, and then anything else I'm coloring has been color by number. I love color by number though, so I'm not upset about that. I just am hoping it's interesting enough for you guys. So I'm also thinking about, I don't know, it's so hard because I always say that I want to only use like 1 or 2 books out a month, and then besides again videos and buddy colors, because I really like finishing that Color Questopia book was so satisfying. I've never finished a book before, so I just think it'd be really cool to like finish a whole bunch of pages out of one book in a month. I don't know. So I might do that sometime this year. We'll see. Probably December. I feel like, I don't know what's going to happen this year because of, one, the world, and two, now that I'm consistently making videos. But I feel like I always color the least in December because we get busy with other things. So we will see what happens this December. Yeah, I don't know which way I want to go. I went too far that way, so I'm going to get a line, but it's all right. And it's always, that's what happens too, is that I love Christmas so much and like everything about it and doing all the seasonal things that I can possibly do. But then by the time we actually get to Christmas, I've been so overwhelmed by all the Christmas stuff that I like burn out. That also happens with me for scrapbooking Christmas. Like I spend so much time leading up to it, and then I'm like, okay, it's over now. But I will be honest with you, I'm kind of already in a Christmassy mood. I don't know what happened to my fall vibes. So, whoops. I'm gonna zoom down a little bit. Tonight we did another fire pit. I'm not sure if I told everyone the story or just Emily the story. We had a fire pit incident a week or two ago that was terrifying. Basically, we just fire pit, like we put one of the prepackaged logs and put it in our little fire pit, and we sit out there, and it usually takes like 2 to 3 hours max, and it's just me and Sam, and we just put the chairs around the little fire pit, you know, just chat, or literally sometimes look at our own phones, but be near the fire. And we're sitting there, and of course we're at the fire, so we have the lights off and everything, and Noodles is out there with us, and then all of a sudden something runs between me and the fire pit, and I'm probably like a foot away max. Like, I'm very close to the fire pit, and something runs between me and the fire pit, hits into it, and then runs off into the dark. And we don't know what it was. It was most likely a bunny, but why did he run towards the fire? I don't know. Thankfully, Noodles didn't catch him, because I don't like want her catching critters, like obviously, or I hope obviously, but we never found out what it was. But now, when it gets too dark, we always keep a light on while we fire pit, because it was terrifying. Like, Sam and I screamed. Of course, Noodles tried to chase it away. Who runs towards the fire is my question. And why did they think they could thread the space between me and the fire pit? I do not know. So we do have a lot of like baby bunnies. So maybe it was a baby? I don't know. But it was scary. Yeah, I was also thinking, I have a few videos planned for October already. But I have like 5, I guess after this, I have 4 more to do in September, and I don't really have any ideas. So if you have any requests, now is for sure the time. This is the only video I'm filming tonight, so I should have time to see your requests. And get them down in my book. And again, even if I don't do it right away, I'm always happy to have a list ready of what I should do. But I think I've come up with like 4 videos to do in October that I'm excited for. So there's that. Hopefully everyone enjoyed my tips and tricks video. That's what went up last. And I think it was okay. Like, I think it went over well. It was so funny because I was almost feeling pretty lazy and I didn't want to film right now. But I was like, I cannot post a whole video about the importance of consistency and then not film right away. So I am persevering. And I'm excited that this is the challenge that won because it's definitely one I've been waiting for. And I think I would have been like, there's some challenges in the cup that I definitely am happy to avoid a little bit longer. Like the most intimidating book, I'm not excited for that to get pulled. So, but yeah, I hope that went well. I have one also thing to point out about that though. I want to stress that I try so hard to not only answer everybody, but to like follow everybody everywhere. But every once in a while, I'll like go on Instagram or even here sometimes and realize that I am not following somebody that I probably should be. So if you get a follow from me and you feel like I should have already been following you, I apologize. But it's just hard to catch everybody. Like, I just figured out that I wasn't following Lavella. I can't say her name. Lavelia. I'm always afraid to say it wrong. You know who she is. I'm going to link her down below. But I wasn't following her on Instagram. And I've been watching her channel for probably over 2 years. So I was so nervous that she would see the notification that I was following her and be upset. But no. I'm just a doofus. So if I'm not following you, please don't be offended. Hopefully I can one day get to everybody. I really wanted to say that. Woohoo! That went pretty well. And again, disclaimer for alcohol markers that I love to say in case you are new to them. Especially when there's a black background, they go down much darker than they end up. So you can even see it. This is still really dark and that is much lighter. So do not worry about that. Okay, sorry. What next? Is dark green too much? I was thinking like dark green, dark purple, and then we could do like shades of yellows and oranges and greens and all that fun stuff. Am I being too basic? I don't think so. So I have like a thing pulled up of choices, like I said, color palettes, and one of them is called Warm Spices. Maybe I'll do red tail, red and purple. That would be adventurous for me. Okay, let's do Argyle for her tail. I'm always nervous with the darker colors that you're just not even going to be able to see them. I'm scared. I'm scared of the choices I'm about to make. Okay. It's okay. At the end, we're just going to slap glitter on it. Glitter makes everything better, right? I hope so. Again, speed is the key. Yeah, my tummy is making many grumblies, so I hope you can not hear that. I'm embarrassed. I'd be so sad if that got picked up on this microphone, but still on the hunt for my microphone. And by that, I mean, I keep forgetting to hunt for my microphone, but I really need to because I really want to do that video. I'm going to try to film a bunch on Tuesday probably because in theory, my dad says he is going on a business trip. And again, he is one of my daytime filming deterrents because we can just hear him all the time, no matter where he is in the house, it seems. Should I do the whole tail or should I do like this part and then her covers? Yeah, it looks super dark on camera, but I think it is 1, lighter in person, and 2, not done drying. I think I'm gonna do this and then her covers. This is me like super winging it and it's terrifying. I'm not a winger, I'm a planner. But we're winging it today. I mean, I think it already looks really fall-like. So we're already succeeding. I don't remember what I was talking about before. I had to pause though. Should I do deep red as the rest of it? Sure. So that's 317. I always love doing the backgrounds in weird colors, like almost more than anything else. Weird, because I just think that it brings such a pop, and so much that I do is normally like blue or green, that it's fun to throw in something crazy. I went over the line really bad right there. That's the only negative about going over the line when the background's already done, is I can't even really try to colorless blender it out because it'll just blend into the orange and make a bigger mess. So we're just gonna have to accept it. I am liking how this looks. If I took, see, that's my only fear is if I take one turn, we're gonna go to Christmas instead. So it's a fine line I have to be walking here. All right, so I'm looking at my color chart. I really want to do some dark purple. So I don't know if I'm going to do that for her hair or for a bunch of the fish. I think I'm going to do her hair the dark purple. Right? I'm doubting myself. 706, sure. We're just gonna go for it. No time to think, no time, just do it. That's been like my theme of my past few pages, is just go for it with those crazy colors. And I mean, that's really the whole point of doing challenges, right? To do something other than the norm, to challenge yourself. Has anyone else done any of my challenges? I know sometimes people say they're going to, but if so, which ones? And did you enjoy it? I would like to hear, because it's just fun. And again, I've said this many times now. I always feel repetitive, especially when I like film a bunch at once, because I'm like, did I just say this 6 times? But obviously, like, there's new people every day, so maybe they've never heard. I don't know. But I have bad anxiety about like decision making, but not really decision making. I get caught in loops. So I'll be like, what do I pick first? Do I do this or do I do this? Blah, 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 blah. And I just get like stuck in loops. So I won't go more into that. But I really like having different ways to narrow down my decision making processes so I don't get stuck in loops. So having challenges helps me pick what I'm looking for, instead of like out of 100 books, it's like, oh, maybe out of one of these 10 books we'll have a good choice. Or having like my Disney themes, out of like the 1,200 different pages of Disney book I have, now I only have to pick out of these 15 characters. You know what I'm saying? Hope that makes sense. So that's why I enjoy the challenges, but I would love to hear which ones you've tried. This, I would recommend trying this one if you haven't done it, especially if you're like feeling like you're transitioning into fall, but maybe also didn't get to finish all the summer pages you wanted. Or maybe like me, I am, believe it or not, already in a super Christmassy mood, and maybe I can do a fall page in Christmas colors, because as really a theme in the whole coloring community, these are your books, and you're the boss, and you can do what you want in your books. Like, this is all for fun. So, don't be afraid. Also, I know so many of us have a bunch of books. Even if you only have 2 books, that's a whole bunch of pages that you can take risks on. And if you don't like it, you just turn the page. But, voila! I feel like in the camera, it looks so much darker than it does in real life, and that is making me sad. Let's see. Can you see that that's actually a nice purple? I hope so. All right, she's super fall. What color should I do her skin to keep it in the fall realm? on my screen, it has purple with orange and yellow, purple with like a dark gray and a green. Not really feeling any of that. I was going to do a light green. I need to do yellow, but I don't think I want to do her skin yellow. Let's look in the color charts. What feels fall? A bunch of the browns feel fall. Marigold. I'm probably going to do the fish in like the browns and the yellows. I think that would be interesting. And then I'm going to do some greens down. That olive feels super fall, but also not like skin. Does it? Should I give her green skin? Sam. He's playing video games. You don't think it'd be too weird?
No, why not?
Like a chartreuse?
Okay.
He says yes, chartreuse. This might get crazy. This might be where we lose it. But why 915? Where are you? No, G915 or Y915? G915. Okay, this is the moment. I'm scared. Oh my goodness. I'm also worried this is gonna look Christmassy, but I'm hoping when I add in everything else, it's gonna be okay. Wow, that's bold and crazy. Now she's the Hulk. Whoopsie doodle. It's fine, it's fine. Okay. What else can we talk about? What are you looking forward to? Anything this fall that you get to do? I don't know if anyone's missing out on stuff due to social distancing, etc. I think I already mentioned. See, I gotta watch my own videos again because I don't know what I mentioned. But I'm going to pumpkin carve and possibly pumpkin pick with my two besties in the end of October. So I'm excited we still get to do that. It's actually pretty funny because neither of them like watched many of what I feel are the classic Halloween movies. I don't know why. My one friend actually like lived in England until I want to say she was 14. So maybe she missed some because of that. But they just didn't have the same taste in movies. So it has become a new tradition to introduce them to some of what I think are the classics. So I think we need to watch Hocus Pocus this year. Or Halloween Town. I don't remember. But I had them watch like Addams Family, Beetlejuice, Clue. They've seen Clue, but Clue's so good. I watch Clue every year around this time, and I'm looking forward to our rewatch this year. So I don't hate how this is looking. Okay, sorry. But yeah, so that's definitely one fall thing I am super looking forward to. Is this crazy? Does this look crazy? It might be crazy. That's fine. We're fine. I'm going to do her eyebrows back in the same color as her hair because why not? Of course. She would have crazy eyebrows too. All right. Browns. Let's pick a brown. I am going to do... Should I go for potato? Terracotta? What is that? Chamoy? I'm going to go for chamoy, which is Y337. And do some of these fish. I think that there's two shapes of fish. So I might do brown fish and yellow fish. Again, it's getting weirder as we go. But it's fine. We're living for it. All right, so here's some brown fish. There's brown fish in the world. This is legit. I don't know if there's yellow fish, but I'm sure somebody's yellow. What else are we doing in this fall? I told you about my birthday party. I still need to look up stuff for that. I don't know. Fall feels really short to me in general. Like fall is only September and October in my world because the day after my birthday starts my Christmas season. So we don't get much fall, but it's fine. Also, oh yeah, pumpkin spice. What is everyone's opinions on pumpkin spice? Personally, I used to like pumpkin spice and I don't as much anymore. And some may think it's because it got too popular. But really, it's because I don't like the spice part of pumpkin spice. I just like pumpkin flavored things. And I feel like 15 years ago when pumpkin spice was getting bigger and bigger, it wasn't actually that spicy, I guess. It was more pumpkin-y. So I don't like allspice really at all. I'm not the biggest cinnamon fan. So I am not really team pumpkin spice anymore. Especially compared to what I used to be. But I do love apple cider, but I only like cold apple cider. I don't know, that's weird, probably. And again, I think a lot of times hot apple cider tends to be more cinnamony. And I don't want no cinnamon. So there's that. And yeah, that's the biggest two fall flavors, right? Oh no, I am also team candy corn. I love candy corn, and I know that is also very divisive, but I've always loved candy corn. I don't know why, I don't know who introduced it to me, but I'm a candy corn kind of gal. So I would love to hear where you feel, or where you fit on these, what side of the fight you're on for all these things. Because it is sometimes a fight. I should have done a different color of yellow. I am going to switch it and then regret my decisions. I said I wanted to do marigold, and then here I am doing this bright yellow. Cool. Marigold is 416. I'm also going to go right over it, so these two fish are going to look silly. But that's okay. Yeah, that's a whole different vibe. Yikes. Okay. What else is a popular or unpopular fall opinion that I can discuss? Let's ruffle some feathers with our opinions on candy. Oh, I really am always in the mood. I love soup. And by that, I mean I'm really picky and like chicken noodle soup and like 2 other flavors. But I really would like to expand my soup palette. And I'm always in the mood to make my own soup at this time of year. I really am desperate to make muffins. I don't know why that feels fall to me. And I want to do that. So maybe I am a tiny bit in the fall mood. And pies also always feel very fall to me. I made my dad an apple pie like 15 years ago. I don't know if that's an exaggeration or not. I feel like I say 15 years a lot now. And he loved it. And now he just like always wants me to make him pies. But apple pies from scratch are a lot of work. I'm terrible at like coring the apples. So it takes me, I'm slow, guys. I'm a slow human being. It just takes me a long time to do a lot of things. Also, what happened? My whole hand is red. And I'm guessing it's from the tail, but I don't know when that happened because this looks like pink. Because I'm noticing it got on her arm a little bit. So that's fun. I feel like it's always the reds. The reds are troublemakers. This is why I don't like red. Why have you done this to my hand? I don't know. But, rude. It's fine. That never really happens to me with permanent or alcohol markers. So, I don't know. What happened? Okay, let's do a green. And I'm going to do a nice dark green. I think what page I'm going to do. Should I do forest or beetle? Oh, that one's just called dark green. Where is it though? 9:45. So I'm going to do a bunch of this foliage down here in this dark green. Should I do different colors? I'm so lazy at the end. Once we get to details, I just want to be done. I guess I'll do different colors. What other fall opinions? Do you like haunted things? I do not. I'm a chicken. I'm sad. I always try every year to try to add at least one classic Halloween movie to my watched list, especially since like a lot of the older ones aren't that scary. So I like Nightmare on Elm Street is probably my favorite, but I haven't seen a lot of them, so I always try to add one, but I'm just afraid. And again, I've mentioned this before too, but if I see it, I'll like remember forever and be traumatized. But if I read it, I'm fine. So I don't know why that is, but we're getting into thriller season. So I don't remember why I said this, why I brought myself up as a chicken, but that's cool. Oh, haunted things. So a few years back now, it might have been as early as like 2014. Time has no meaning anymore. I don't understand where we are in time. But a while back, Samuel and I, and then my cousin and her friend, went to a haunted attraction. And it was actually 3 different haunted parts. So like we bought the ticket to all 3. It was a haunted hayride, a haunted corn maze, and a haunted house. And we did it in the wrong order for sure. Basically, we thought the haunted house would be the scariest, so we did that last. And we did the haunted hayride first, because we thought it would be the easiest, and then the haunted corn maze in the middle. So I will go from least scary to scariest. The haunted house was super cool and like super high tech. And they actually like had you sign waivers and in the beginning, and then they would have your name and put your name on like all the gravestones electronically. Or the characters in the haunted house would call you out by name. So they'd be like, "Is there a Sam?" And then they'd be like, "Here's the key." But in the haunted house, they were all very stationary in their spots as you walked through. And they were not allowed to touch you, which good. But in some of the other stuff, they were allowed to touch you if they needed to. And so also doing that last in the night, we were already like maximum scared. So I think if we had done that first, it would have felt really scary. And then it would have just kept ramping up. But so we did the haunted house, and it was pretty tame overall. And they ended up like grouping us. So it was the 4 of us and this other family. And it was like 3 women and like a 10-year-old boy. And there was one room that had like a spooky magician. And they took the boy and they're like, "Okay, go in here." And then they like did magic and the boy was gone. And the women were freaking out. They're like, "Give him back, give him back." So he had to break character and he was like, "Just keep going. He's in the next room." And that was really funny. Because obviously they didn't just kidnap your kid. So that kind of also took us out of the feeling for it too, but whatever. But then at the very end of the haunted house, there was like a moment where a big Grim Reaper charged at you, but I actually didn't see it. I don't know what happened. I guess I turned around at that minute or something, but it was funny because my cousin and her friend like came running and I didn't see it. So that's what that was about. And then first we did the haunted hayride. That was kind of amazing. Basically, we were all sitting in this hayride, and obviously in this one there's like 30 people on the hayride, whatever. And it would just like go along, and then it would like break down. And it would break down in front of this empty looking building. And then like clowns would run out of the building and they would jump onto the hayride and they were like clawing at you. And it was terrifying. So that scared me real bad. But the worst of all was this corn maze. This corn maze was so scary because we went in with just the group of 4 of us. And poor Sam, we had him going first, and then like we had a little tiny train of people hiding behind him. And it was so scary. I don't even know how to explain it. But walking in the dark alone through this corn maze, so you can't really like see what's up ahead. Every once in a while you could hear other people screaming. And it was really funny because we're walking, and there were some buildings along the way, like tiny little sheds that you had to walk through, and they were always terrifying. And we walk through the first shed, and this clown jumps out and screams, and Sam falls to the ground. I think, like, it was a combination of him jumping a little bit and then, like, all the rest of us pushing behind him. And so we are all laughing instead of scared. And the clown herself was actually like, oh my God, just go. And she just kind of like shoot us through because she broke character and laughed too. So that was something we still make fun of Sam for to this day. But it was so scary. And then at one point, a chainsaw revs and Sam runs and leaves us. Like he booked it when that chainsaw went off. And we're all like, no, don't leave. So he left me to be chainsawed. Rude. So I would not likely do that again, to be honest with you. That was enough fear for a long time. But I guess if like somebody I was friends with really, really wanted to go, maybe I'd give in because it's been a long time. But I will not be seeking that out. That is for certain. Especially since they were allowed to touch you, that made it so much scarier. Because they could like come out from the corn and like tap you on the back. It was so scary. All right, I'll give her a red tongue. I don't know what color eyes to give her because I feel like I shouldn't really give her natural eyes. Maybe I'll just give her light green eyes. Or whatever this shade ends up being. But yeah, so let me know down below if you like scary things, especially in person, like haunted house scary. Because no, you're braver than me, but that's not hard. But I think we will always make fun of Sam for the rest of his life for falling down that first attraction. Yeah, that was, whew. And we also, I think it was in like Pennsylvania, so we had to like drive a long time. Anyone from the area, I think it was like a Sleepy Hollow, Pennsylvania, something, I don't know. I need to get some glitter. What do we think about the colors? I'm not hating it. I'm surprised. I'm bending down to get my paint. I'm sorry if I sound sorry. Okay, so first I am going to use my Liquitex iridescent medium. This is just essentially glitter. I'm weak, okay. I just shake it and then take the top off and then use the top. This is my failed attempt at a homemade, what are those sticks called? Homemade, I don't know, can't find it, but this was supposed to be like glitter in here, but instead I just go directly from the top and I am just going to glitter up all the bubbles. This isn't the strongest glitter in the world. It is just an iridescent medium, like, it's really like medium glitter too, even though obviously that's not what the medium is referring to, but it definitely makes a difference in person, and it is a nice glittery touch. And I'm just gonna go over all of the bubbles. And again, as you can probably see, it's mostly clear, which is fine, but I think it does enough to cover up my little bleeding mistakes, or enough that it doesn't bother me. So I'm just going to plop that on all the bubbles. I really like the iridescent medium because, as you can probably see, I'm going to have this bottle forever. Like, this bottle's huge and I use almost none to do what I need to do. I could definitely like paint the whole page with just what's in the cap right now. So I know that you were a tiny bit too zoomed in and you're not really seeing the whole page at once, but I think this is a good majority of it. So I'm not gonna bother wiggling you back and forth because I don't want to make you miss more. So, but yeah, do not recommend scary things with me. Unless you want to hear me scream a lot. I think I can hear Noodles dreaming. It's so cute when she dreams. And by that I mean it used to terrify us because we didn't know that dogs did that. when we first got her. So I was like, cool, she's having a seizure, but no, she's just dreaming, and she like kicks a little bit and squeaks. And it's cute now that I know. So, all right, what other glitter should we do? I don't know. Oh, let me also, I'm gonna glitter up her eyeballs. All of the pre-made spots in there for me. I'm really tempted to just keep using this. I'm gonna glitter up her cover. Can you even see it, I wonder? Ooh, that one is a lot of glare, so you're definitely seeing that. It will dry nice. See, the red, it's coming off on here, and that's so weird. I've never had that happen with any other color but red. So interesting, but it's fine. More glitter, that will fix it. That's what I'm saying. And let me also glitter up our buddy the starfish up here. Because why would she wear anything less than fancy? And again, sometimes like I go over the lines a little bit, but it's glitter, so that's fine with me. All right, so that is it for that. So then I just twist that up, and hopefully I'll be able to find that and link it down below. But I really, also I think this was maybe like $7. And again, use it forever, even if it was more than that. All right, now I'm gonna get my Color It gel pens. These are the ones I used up the entirety of. I'll link that video. That was an experience for certain. I am going to take a purple that I'm hoping will turn out to be close to her hair. Let's do it on the side first. Close enough. And then I'm just gonna go over the lines that are already here, but I'm gonna do it sloppily. So like the idea of the lines, but not necessarily exactly on the lines. And again, I don't know what you can see on camera, but in person, it makes a difference. So I do that. I just go with the flow of the lines. It is sloppy, but I feel like it looks, to me, intentionally sloppy, because if I tried to trace the lines exactly, I think I would mess up and it would look a little crazy. Then I am going to take a red and do the same with all of her scales. There's actually not a great red in this pack, which is always annoying. So this is Punch, it's called. So I'm going to do her fin, do the lines on her fin. Ooh, whoa, we got real sloppy, but it's okay, because it's just a small touch. And then I'm going to do all of these. Really hope you can see it. So, yes, now that I'm nearing the end, I hope you enjoyed this video and that it wasn't too disjointed. I felt a little bit all over the place, but hopefully we got the point across. I actually kind of really like how this came out. Let me know what you think. And again, if you're gonna try this challenge, all of my challenges, please feel free to do. But if you do, let me know so I can see your beautiful work, because like that's the coolest part. But tag me, credit me, I guess is what I'm really going for, I'll be honest. So, and again though, some of these I didn't like make up myself, but it's still nice to credit where you found the idea, if you're finding it, you know? I don't know if that makes sense, or if I just sound like a hypocrite. This is a brown over these fish. So I'm doing around their fins a little bit, their tail, up top. I'm trying to not get in the camera, so I'm really far away from the page. Beautiful. That might be the end. We do these rocks. Uh-oh, we've gone crazy. This might have been the mistake. No, it's fine. I'll just... No. Okay. Cool. Let me hold this up to you. Get out of here. Okay. Let's see. I think you can see at least that it happened. That they're there somewhere. Can you see it on the fish? It looks like it. I like it. What do you think? Does it remind you of fall? Does it feel appropriately season swapped? I hope so. So that is it for today. Season swap, check. Again, also, if you ever have any more ideas for challenges for me that you want me to add into the cup, let me know. I have no problem doing that. I'm going to keep this off to the side until we get through more challenges so as not to repeat. But that is that. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it to the end, I think today we will say bubbles. So give me a bubble down below. Like and comment and subscribe. Why haven't you subscribed already? I'm a fun time. That's my new tagline. Thank you so much for watching. I will be back in 2 days with a new video. Bye.